Hello everyone. In the last video, we completely installed the ReactNative library to development iOS on a Mac computers. Today, we will install the dependency of Mac for developing Android mobile applications. In the last video, we already installed Homebrew already. We installed Node.js and Watchman, which is the dependency for React Native. With npm that come with Node, we already installed React Native command line. To continue, we need to install the Android Studio. So, click this link to go to Android Studio. Once you visit the website of the Android Studio, you find the download link, which is here. And you will see the download link of Android Studio here. You click here and it will download for you. Once you download complete, it will be in download locations. So you just open it. To install Android Studio, you just drag and drop to application folders. Once it's finished, we need to open the Android Studio. Android Studio is application download from the internet. Are you sure to want to open it? Click open. Because I have the previous version of Studio, so they ask this question. I want to fresh install, so I press OK here. And it brings you to the wizard. Press next when you see this screen. Choose standard. It will show you the information that we are going to install. The SDK folders, what SDK component on download. So when you see this, you press finish, and this is downloading. We will come back when the download completed. Okay, we have done with downloading. We press finish here, and it's come back to this welcome screen. First, we need to know that the Android Studio is come with the Android SDK. So if you completely set up in the previous few minutes, which means you already download Android SDK with you already. We really need that Android SDK to development. So to know that where it is, we just go to the config and select SDK managers. This part is the location of the Android SDK. You just copy it and place it somewhere to place it somewhere for memorize, and you just remember it, and we will use it later. As you see here, the Android Studio comes with the Android 6.x Android N, which is the API level is 24. But the maximum number available simulator in today is API level 23. So we need to install Android 6.0 Marshmallow SDK to be able to simulate our application using the simulator. To do that, we need to install this API SDK. But I'm not familiar with this Android SDK platform package manager, which is come with the Android Studio. I prefer the standalone version that come with the Android SDK, so I prefer to open this window instead. Okay, this is the more advanced Windows, which is allow me to configure in more detail more than the previous window. What we really need is we need the Android SDK build to 23.0.1 here, and we don't need Android 7 right now. This is too new for us. What we using as the standard is Android 6.0, which is API 23. Please select the SDK platform here, and I think that's all we need to do. So we select this one and this one, and you place this button, install to package. This is the license window. You just select one of them and place accept. Or if you select, if you want to select all at once, right? This accept button is only for this package. But if you really want to accept every package in here, you just click accept license like here, and they automatically place accept for every package for you. And you just press install. Now it's download the Android SDK 23.0.1. It will take a while, so we will come back when it finished. Once you done download the Android 23.0.1 here, is will have the following screen. So it's okay right now. You just close this window, and don't forget to copy this. This is necessary, and close the windows. Okay, right now we successfully uninstall Android. We successfully install Android SDK. Next, to use the Android SDK, we in fact we have the download it already and install it already. In Android SDK, they have several tools that is very good and really helpful for the Android development. For example, ADB. But you didn't link it completely, because to be able to use any Android tool commands in any directory in your computers, you need to set up the Android home environment, and you need to put that Android home to the path environment. Everything in the path environment will be accessible from terminal in any directory that you are. So to make it link successfully, you need to edit the bad profile. Please forget that we need to have the dot in front of the name. Okay, so to do that, we can just maybe we use nano.bad profile. Nano is a text editor in the terminal. So make sure that you are in the your home directory. So my username is test, so I am in the home directory already. So make sure that you are in the home directory. To make sure that you can open a new terminal window, is normally go back to your home directory automatically. So you just place nano.bash_profile, and then you just put export Android home here, followed by what is your SDK home directory, and you just copy these two, which is set up patch of Android home into the patch. In the subdirectory of Android Home, which is platform 2, which is a lot of tools that we need to use it, and also in the two directories, also need to be patched, so we can use this easily. So we just save it by Control O and press Enter and Control X to go out from the editor. Okay, then you need to close this terminal and reopen it again to make it the bad profile to be rerun it and set up the path for us. So hopefully I press ADB is found. Yes, successfully. Yes, it found, which is nice. So we can use any Android command from anywhere already. And okay, this is mistakes. So if you want to view the, I will show you the example of how to using this command line. For example, if you want to see if the device connect successfully already, connect with your computer or not, so you just ADB device. But I don't have the device right now. If the device is attached right now, it will showing the IP address of that device and the name of that device. And if you want to set up the new Android SDK, you just easily type down just the name of the Android, just like Android here. You press Enter, it will launch after Android SDK manager for you, and you can install additional SDK if you want to. Okay, now we successfully set up the Android Home and patch environment. Next, we will proceed to the install the simulators. Okay, next is install the Android simulator. Android simulator in fact is come with the Android SDK, but it is very quite famous that it is so very slow emulator. So they have the nice company. Let's say the company names Jerry Motions, which is doing the great Android simulator for us, which is very fast and is very quick for debugging, and they be able to install the Google Play service, which is actually another, you can use it as another Android device in your computers. To install it, we need to get it now here, right? You just log into you just go into Jerry Motion, and they force you to log in. You need to create the account. For that, go to create the account and using your username, any of your password, company, startup, for example. My company is technology limit. Yes, Thai development, country Thailand, and then accept term agreement and create account. So they will let you download the Jerry Motions. So you download it, and then when you download finish, it will have this file. You just open it. Just take a while. And then you just copy both of them to application. I already have one. And you need to copy another one to the application. Here also. Okay, now you open it. This one is not needed anymore. Jelly motion. Okay, accept. I create a new virtual device and I need to sign in using what we have registered earlier, and then we see the very good device for us. Okay, let's install the new virtual device or Android simulators. We will using Android version 6 with the device model about the Google Nexus class. And I'm quite sure that um, which number is the best, but I heard that Google Nexus 5 is quite standard for it. I I select the Google Nexus 5, Android version 6, API 23, and this is the screen resolution of that device. I think this is the most standard. Mean the mean average of every Android device in the world mostly. So let's go next, and then we create virtual device. Um, it will take a while. It's download the virtual device and retrieve and deploy the new virtual device on your machine. Done. Before we start, we need to correctly configure the ADB setting in Jury Motion. So take a look on the ADB section in the setting. The Jury Motion Android 2 is normally use different version of ADB in the Android SDK that we just installed. Normally they have the problem, so I recommend you to choose the second option. And do you remember the part of the Android SDK, right? I recommend you to remember it. Maybe save it. You just copy and place here. If you input correctly, the check symbol and the message say the Android SDK 2 file successfully will show up and done, and you just close the setting windows and just start the device. This will setting up starting the device and it will take a while to load the Android. Once you can run up the emulators, this is the Google Nexus 5 6.0.0 API 23, and you can play around with it. Easy, you just use mouse, swap left, swap right, click on the setting, whatever you want to try, and you can see the about phone to see that which is the model number, what is the kernel or build, with some kind of travel information that you don't need to know right now. And the Wi-Fi or something is emulate everything. Okay. Okay. Then to try to run ReactNative into the Android emulator, you need to have the following command. So before we go start on the running ReactNative application on Android simulator, you just checking that is connect between the Android SDK and the simulator is successfully or not. To check that, you just type down ADB device. And you can see that this is you have a device connect already, which is this device. They have the IP, this IP, and the name of this device. Simple. Okay. So we go to the React Native our directory and starter project that we have done before, and then we just run React Native run Android. So the React Native will invoke the React packager, which is prepare your Android package for you or APK for you. So they are installing the APK to the simulator. They should invoke the app right now. Great. This we complete successfully be able to run React Native or the Android simulators. You can start development right now, but I want to teach you how to refresh this screen in the Android simulator. To refresh it, you just double tap R, double press the R button. This is what it means. So just double press the R button, and it will refresh. And if you want to open the developer menus, you just click on the menu button, which is located here. And it will show you the option you can do for the debugging the application. So this is the finish of the installation. Congratulations. And the next video we will focus on the Windows users. Thank you. Bye for now.